So one of the challenges people think about working with a virtual assistant is, how do you interview them? I mean, they're probably in a different country, maybe English isn't their first language. How the heck do you go about interviewing and assessing a particular candidate? Well, this week I'm going to show you exactly how I do it, because I'm going to interview a VA and we're going to share it. And I have asked permission to do this, so don't worry. That's coming right up. Okay, so in a second, we're going to drop in and we're going to be talking to a new applicant called Cynthia. And I have told Cynthia that we're going to be recording this and she doesn't mind that happening. So let me just give you a couple of tips on the interview. And if you've seen some of our other videos, you'll know that one of the top priorities, I think, in terms of hiring a VA is attitude. You want someone with the right attitude. Obviously, language skills are really important. Their background experience is important, but remember, a lot of things can be taught, so that's not so important. But also I want to sort of check out the energy and the attitude of people. So you'll notice as I go through this interview, I'll probably start off talking quite a bit, but I want to get Cynthia talking. I want to hear about her. I want to see what her language skills are like. I want to see what makes her tick and some of the things that she's interested in. So let's jump right on over and we'll start talking to Cynthia. So hey Cynthia, thank you so much for coming in today.
Hi Rob.
It's really nice to meet you. So let me ask an obvious question. How come you came along to Virtual Done Well for an interview? What prompted that?
I've heard a lot of feedbacks from my friends about Virtual Done Well, and the feedbacks are good.
Okay.
So I also tried to search Virtual Done Well in Facebook, and there I've seen a lot of posts like company events and the hirings. So I immediately went here in the office and tried my luck.
No, it's not luck at all. Thank you so much for coming in. So, and I've got your resume here. So let's just talk a little bit about some of the previous work that you've done. So I see that you were working in lead generation before, or let me have a look. No, back office support, handling inbound and outbound calls. How was that? Did you enjoy doing that kind of work?
Yes, I've enjoyed doing that job because I was able to enhance my skills in communicating others, especially native speakers. And then I was also able to enhance my mathematical skills because
really?
it's more of billing and more of dealing with medical stuffs like diagnosis,
Okay.
prescriptions.
So that sounds really complicated. Is that what you call medical coding?
I'm sorry?
Is that what you call medical coding? It sounds really complicated.
Yes, medical coding and medical billing.
Oh, okay. So it's trying to work out, the right treatment and what the code is, and okay, with medical insurance.
Yes.
Okay. And then prior to that, you were working in customer service with a telecommunication company handling inbound calls. What was that like?
It was so challenging because you need to cater irate customers, and at the same time you need to pitch sales. So the difficulties in like negative, what do you call this one? The negative.
Sort of complaints and things like that.
Yes, and then you need to like aggressively go for sales. So I was having hard time, but I learned from it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think we all learn from everything that we work in. That must have been a tough environment, but with people complaining all the time. So, did you have any, sort of really tough calls where you had to get help to deal with the complaint?
I had my supervisors; they were very accommodating and helping me out, and there were a lot of supports from the company.
Okay, okay. So I'll tell you in a moment the sort of roles that we're hiring for at the moment. But Maybe tell me what kind of things do you really enjoy doing as a virtual assistant, and that'll help me make sure that you're right for the role. And don't worry too much about the answer because we've got other roles. So I'd really just like to make sure that it's a good fit. So what kind of stuff do you really enjoy doing?
I'd love to do administrative works, assisting them when it comes to appointment setting, um, like editing, video editing,
Oh, you can do that too.
and the basics.
Okay.
There are rooms for improvement, and I believe that you have also strong support, virtual done well.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to work with you.
Okay. So tell me, what kind of work environment do you enjoy best? Do you, excuse me, do you enjoy an environment where you're kind of left alone to get on with things, or do you like it where you're working with other colleagues? What kind of thing do you like?
Yeah, I I'm actually hoping that I could be able to work where I could um, like there's an avenue to what do you call this one, to enhance my skills in other stuff like sports, like music, something like that.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure we have any sports or music roles, but tell me a little bit more about that. I'm keen to understand what sort of stuff you're into. What kind of sports do you like?
I love playing badminton,
Oh.
and I also, as I stated earlier, I also like music,
Hmm.
and I'm more in. I am fascinated with alternative rock.
Alternative rock. Who's your favourite band?
Air Supply,
Hmm.
Firehouse. I love Queen as well.
Ah, who doesn't love Queen, eh? Have you seen what's the new movie? Bohemian Rhapsody. Have you seen that?
Yes, yes,
What
Bohemian Rhapsody.
what did you think of it?
It's good. The how I forgot the name of the actor who played.
Yeah, I do as well. But it was really good.
Yeah, but it's really good. It's really good. During the Live Aid.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was amazing, wasn't it? We could talk about that for a long time. So tell me, do you have family? Or do you live in the local area?
I'm currently living here in Davao City, but my family is in Samal Island, Garden City of Samal.
Oh, that's a
It's
nice spot.
Yeah, it's a different island. I
Yeah,
mean, it's a separate island from Davao City.
that's a beach resort. That's cool.
Yes, have you been there?
No, no, I haven't. I must try and get over there next time I visit. Okay,
I
so
suggest that.
I better talk a little bit about this job. So what we're looking for, we have a role for a personal assistant. So there would be a fair bit of work involving calling clients. So you're comfortable, I guess, with phone work.
Sure, sure.
And probably managing emails and diary for your client. So you're pretty familiar with Outlook diary
That
management?
sounds great.
Okay, that's cool. What kind of email systems have you had experience of?
Outlook, Gmail,
Okay.
sorry, the basic ones.
Okay. I mean, not that it's important, but have you had any experience of using CRM systems like Infusionsoft and some of those other ones?
Yes, I believe.
Oh, really? Which ones have you used?
Um, I'm, I can't remember the
There's,
CRM
there's
we use
Ontraport. There's yeah.
because
Okay.
there are different types of CRM.
So you've done some work then on Facebook adverts, and what other platforms have you done work with? Have you?
Aside from Facebook,
Yeah. So apart from Facebook, what other social media platforms?
um, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn.
Okay. Yeah, those are the
Twitter.
important. They're the important ones really for business. Okay. So if you decide and if we decide that we're a good fit, When do you think you'd be available to start?
Immediately.
Immediately. Oh, that's always good.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's cool. Do you have any questions for me? I've been asking all the questions. What would you like to know about Virtual Done Well?
None so far. Not that I know for now.
Okay, you feel like you know enough about us. Okay, so look, we'll probably have another chat in the next day or two, and we can talk about things like salary. And you might have thought of some more questions, and we can have a brief chat and cover that off. But probably at this stage, if you don't have any other questions, and I don't have any other questions, we'll leave it at that. And I just want to thank you again for coming in, and I think you'd be a really great fit to join us.
Thank you so much as well, and it's my pleasure to be interviewed by the man behind Virtual Done Well.
The man behind. Yeah. Okay, so that's exactly how I interview a virtual assistant. It's pretty much how it runs. As you'll see, I wanted to get Cynthia talking a little bit to find out, what makes her tick. So it's great to get into, some personal things and hear about music interests and sport interests and all those sort of things. One of the things that I always tend to ask as well is what sort of things do you want to learn? So it's not just for the role as it stands now, but I also want to understand what people are interested in work-wise, and so how we might develop them into a role. So there we go. A little bit of an interview process. Hopefully that's helped you. It's very easy. Get the VA to relax a little bit, get them to chat a bit, and most importantly, I think, just see, is this someone that I can work with? Is this someone that I click with? Okay, so you know how it works on the channel. If you found this helpful, do like, do subscribe, do comment below. I will answer as many questions as I possibly can. And thank you for joining us. If you don't know already, we have new videos coming out every week, generally on a Wednesday. So I look forward to seeing you next week.